Um, Looking at our most current Scratch challenge, when you kind of get to the end of what we've kind of guided you through, there's a little bit of a bug with what we've done. So we thought we'd make a separate video of just how to solve this bug. So when you first enter into the activity, well, hello there. Welcome to my Choose Your Own Adventure game. Would you like to choose the ocean or the desert? So at this moment, if they don't choose O or D, let's say the person actually types in the word ocean, press enter. This breaks and stops. This is a pretty significant bug because really you have to start it all over again to kind of get it to run. So we can fix or remedy this bug. So let's just make this, let's say they type the letter Y. It's going to break. Or they type the number 5. So you can see if they enter in anything else other than O or D, it kind of just breaks. Because really what you've instructed the computer to do is look for an O or a D, and not what to do if their answer is other than an O or D. So that's a little bit of a problem. So this can be solved using a straightforward process. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a repeat until. And what we're going to do, I'm going to break my code apart a little bit just to make it a little bit more clear. I'm just going to take this out to kind of move it off to the side. I'll also make my coding area bigger so we can all see what I'm doing. I'll move my desert over here. So now all we have really is just the logic of what's going on. So after they ask the question, if the answer of the person who's using the project is giving the answer of O or D, this is good. So it only looks for those two situations. It doesn't look for anything else. So I'm going to use a repeat until. And the repeat until, I'm going to do it so that way we're going to repeat this over and over and over again until they say an O or a D. So you notice there I said that we're going to repeat it until their answer is an OR. And repeat it until their answer, where's the answer? Until their answer is, and you'll know that's math talk for equals, so I use the operator of equals. So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this until their answer is an O or a D. So now we take this. So now we've made our conditional statement or that we'll be looking for. So we're going to repeat until the answer is O or the answer is D. So I now connect that in. We're actually going to repeat this chunk right here. So now that what that's going to do is until they say or answer an O or D, you're going to stay within here. And you're going to keep kind of looping in there, looping in there, looping in there, looping in there. So I'll bring in the desert goes with D. And the ocean goes right here. And that looks good now. I saw a little thing that I want to take out. I'm going to put it back in after, just because I know that I don't want to go over that. So now let's test it out. So now when we test this out, hello there, welcome to my Choose Your Own Adventure game. So let's first make sure it works the way it did before. So please choose an O or D. So right now we're within that repeat. So if we give the answer of O, wonderful. And so D should also work. But what happens if we type something crazy? If I type 1, 2, 3, I hit enter. So you see my answer is cleared out and it remains there. I could say yes. I could say ocean. I could say hello. And notice nothing's happened. It just stalls and kind of traps you within this. So it won't let you go anywhere until you answer an O or D. So one other thing that we might want to do is maybe give them a reminder, a gentle help. So I'm just going to pull this out again. Take out the ocean. Take out the desert. And I'm just going to kind of explain what I'm doing here. So what I'm going to do is repeat until. It's going to ask. And it's going to check what their answer. But what happens if they enter in something that's just silly? Well, let's enter in a within a repeat. So it's still within this repeat. But once they've gone through, and what's going to happen is it's going to be either O, D, or something completely else. So if it's something completely else. So let's say, sorry, you've made a mistake.
That's too bad. I mean, I don't know how it didn't get picked up that by,
Please enter an O or D. So now I'm ready. So it's going to look and it's going to repeat until it's O or D. If they answer O, and we're going to get the ocean code to happen.
Well, I mean,
If they
all, I mean,
answer
money, right?
D,
So
then they get the D,
theoretically what could happen is
and
that,
the desert code runs, and otherwise it gives them a little heads up that they've done something not correct. So hello there, welcome to my Choose Your Own Adventure game. Would you like the ocean or desert? If I go ocean, perfect. That's fantastic. Now let's do it wrong. Let's see what happens. So let's go with T, W, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see how this kind of keeps us within this and kind of makes sure that the answer that we're giving. So the next thing we'll do is let's apply this now to the next one. So within here, we're going to ask if they're going to swim or change colors. So this is something we want to make sure we do. So again, we get our repeat until. We get the operator of our or operator. And instead of having to build this all from scratch, what we can do is you can also do a duplicate. And there gives us our S for swim and our C for color.
They said it can't be a one-off. It can't be like.
So there we go. Now we built our C, our repeat until nice and quick. And this is going to be what we're repeating. And now I then take that, plop it back in there, and then I'm going to also put in my reminder. So the two choices are S or C. So I'm going to say, oops, please enter an S or C. Mary, please hit the S, please use a S or C key. So now at the very bottom of this repeat, and this is where sometimes you can get lost. If you feel like you're getting lost, pull your repeat out and remember where you were. I know this goes at the very, very bottom of a repeat. And then bring it back over. And now we're good again. So then we have one final one to fix. Repeat until 4. So they're either going to go for a hike. Oops, bumped it out there.
I mean, I can get money in Muskoka through Children's Foundation of Muskoka.
And then duplicate.
It's just supporting kids.
Perfect. So there we built a repeat. Move my code over a bit so I have a bit more space here. Okay, and then we want this all to be right here, wrapped in a repeat. And then we want to add in a look. And then we want to say,
maybe you do that.
Careful. Use the H or S keys, please. So I'm going to connect that in. And that went in right here underneath that pet a scorpion or go for a hike. And now it's going to properly work. So I also noticed one more mistake, and I'll kind of show you guys the one more mistake. Hello there, welcome to Choose Your Own Adventure game. Would you like to go to the ocean or the desert? So I type in F, good. Made a mistake, so let's go to the desert. Hope we get to see a scorpion. So would you like to pet a scorpion or go for a hike? I'll type a Q. So I'm going to pet the scorpion and watch what happens here. Ouch, that hurt. Game over. Oh, it didn't happen. Oh, there it is. So you get this, it kind of loops you back all the way back to the very, very start of kind of picking out whether we want to choose an O or D. So one thing I do know that you're going to want to do here is where you're
Thanks for following up.
doing the
Okay, bye
ouch
for now.
that hurt broadcast game over. The one thing you want to add in is a stop all right after that game over, and that's going to stop everything and prevent that pop-up from happening. So that's just one more tip. The same trick applies if you did the broadcast method. So again, we've got the same exact setup. And I'll just kind of clean that up there. That's looking good. So again, you know, if you run this code, it's going to end up breaking if you don't enter an O or D. It's the same exact idea. Because the computer's looking for an O or D, and if you pick another letter, it just sits there and says, oh, you picked something else, and I wasn't instructed what to do if you pick an S. So again, we take our control. And it's going to be a little bit more tidy to kind of do this time, and you'll notice quickly how neat and tidy it is to do with our broadcast structure. I'm going to use my copy move again, or duplicate. Right, and then you wrap that around everything, you know, the ask, and you can even put in your say at the bottom to give them a little gentle reminder of say, you know, remember to use the O or D. Notice how you fix that bug, and you kind of take care of it, and it actually makes it way better. It's a little bit more functional. And this is kind of more ideal setup that you're going to be able to use. So I hope that helps you make your code super clean and super efficient, because I think this is a pretty great way to kind of fix up your code and make it work the way you want it to. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I look forward to seeing your work. I'm now kind of obsessively trying to fix it out. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to fix that up and finish it off, but you'll be able to see the copy of this project, and I'll provide the link as well. Links to both the finished projects. Thank you very much for listening, and take care.